Hey there, Carl Willis, day 47 of my video series. And today, what I want to talk about is making space for others in your business. So, let me begin by giving you some background. I'm an only child, so I grew up without any brothers or sisters. And when you grow up as an only child, you learn to entertain yourself and you become very independent very quickly. So one of the things that is a challenge for only children oftentimes is making room for others, playing nice, sharing your toys, allowing others in your sandbox. And that doesn't just stop when you grow up. And as an entrepreneur, you also learn to be very independent. You're very adept at taking on large amounts of work. We tend to be perfectionists. We like to do things ourselves because we want it done right. The problem is, as your business grows, you've got to make room for other people to come into the mix. And there's a couple of things that really, come to mind. Number one, there are things that you're just simply going to need to let go of and let somebody else do to free up your time. For me, I built most of my business blogging and doing articles and other related content. And so I did most of the writing. I've written most of my own material for much of the last 4 years. And then about a year ago, it really, sunk in that I needed to let go of that. Even though I'm a perfectionist, I needed to let somebody else do it. And what I found is there are people who can actually do a better job than I can, and so I began to release that part of my business. Here in the last 3 months, I've released search engine optimization to somebody else, simply because with the changing rules in the game, I can't keep up. Google has released Penguin 2, and it's affected my search results again. And so, somebody has got to go back in and tweak and adjust and all of those things. And I could make that a full-time job, just learning how to keep up with search engines. But the other part of that is as you grow in your business, you're going to have opportunities to partner with people, to enter into joint ventures. And it's funny, my business partner is also an only child. So you have two only children who are very headstrong, who've done a lot on their own, who have come together and worked together. And it's been kind of funny. We've had some friction over the last few weeks, and we've had to love on each other and remind each other we still love one another. But here's the thing, where it's been stretching me is I'm learning to let somebody into that space, realizing that I depend on Bill. He brings a lot to the table that I don't have and makes me a better person. And even in my ministry, I'm going through this phase in life. It's amazing how God reinforces the lessons he's teaching you on multiple levels. So even in my ministry, I have been the senior pastor in local churches for a number of years. And now I'm in a church where we operate in team. There really is no title. We don't work on a hierarchy level, if you will. Senior pastor, associate pastor, minister of children's, down the list. We work in team. And so I'm being stretched in that. I'm being stretched in that in a lot of places. So here's the thing that I want to say to you. If you want to be better at what you do, whether that's better as a business person, better as a follower of Christ, better as a church leader, make room for others in your personal space. And, that's not always easy. But when you do that, what you'll find is they stretch you and you stretch them. And your strengths will be a complementary to their strengths. And you get a much better foundation than you would have just yourself. That's the amazing part with my business partner. He sees things that I miss sometimes, and vice versa. So that's my thoughts for you today. Make room for other people in your personal space. And what I'd love for you to do is to connect with Carol and I. You can do that by clicking the link below. That'll take you to our Facebook page, and you can learn more about what we do there. Look forward to talking with you soon.